Welcome to VisiSched.com and this Firehose Introduction to VisiSched Utilities, a veritable Swiss Army knife for schedulists that removes much of the mystery and tedium of the schedules you deal with. First things first, installation is very simple. Just download the zip file to your usual download location, unzip the file, and move the resulting folder, currently VU105, to any user-accessible directory. Rename the folder if you wish, and you're good to go. We have even included a couple of sample projects to speed your evaluation. You can copy in your own XCRs to look at, but for the demo they must be 300 tasks or less. Run it by double-clicking the executable. Heck, make a shortcut to it. A help file has been included. Just hit the help button to view or print. Read it in 10 minutes and you'll be a pro. If you remain unpersuaded after the evaluation, uninstall completely by just deleting the folder. Who else does that? If you want to know more, check out our full tutorial on the same BAT channel. Okay, let's look under the hood. Do you have one of those obnoxious 8.3 XCRs bloated with a useless and ginormous POBS table? Strip it out in a New York second. As you can see, file size dropped from 48 megs to 1 meg. Now you can actually email it to document control. Let's load a current file and an earlier baseline file, both a little over 1,000 tasks. Load information can be seen in the bottom panel, including project ID, name, and data date. Once loaded, we can start examining the file. The Schedule, Analysis, and Precedence Reports tabs operate on all tasks. Let's take a look. First, we're going to look at the basic quality checks on the left side. Today, we're only interested in uncompleted tasks. There it is, things about your schedule that even Oracle won't tell you. Even stuff like holidays and exceptions to your calendars. Okay, let's look at some quality checks that have meaning only if you loaded a baseline. There it is, variances beyond the threshold, non-diminishing remaining durations that nobody is doing anything about, tasks added since the baseline and tasks deleted since the baseline. Those lowlifes. Now suppose I were a claims analyst type, making big bucks, but still saddled with one of the most miserable jobs on earth, comparing two schedules. Never fear. VU will give you the most logical and compact way of figuring out what changed between two updates. Just check a box and press a button. You get task additions and deletions, as well as all modifications, including duration changes, calendar changes, description changes, constraint changes, expected finish changes, WBS movements, and relationship additions, deletions, and changes of type and lag. You're welcome for getting your life back. Claims analysts, are you paying attention? Okay, let's look at the Precedence Reports tab, which answers questions about if and how tasks are connected. Let's try a few. Suppose you encounter a milestone and you want to understand the scope that feeds into it. Suppose someone asks you in a meeting if two tasks are connected. Suppose you discover an obnoxious out-of-sequence gap and need to fix it quickly before a publishing deadline. I don't know about you, but at my site, the project director, the owner, will not hesitate to ask, why did that milestone move? You can now answer in real time. There it is. The earliest contributing factor to this negative variance would be the start on or after constraint applied 8 tasks back. Charm the director by reading down the path like a drone to express your general ennui with having to continually explain how other people are failing to perform. Why did it move is a powerful feature for seeing the cause of delays. Claims analysts, are you getting this? The Filter Task tab allows you to deal with subsets of the total number of tasks so your head doesn't explode when reading the schedule. You can add all tasks or remove all tasks to start the filtering process over. Let's do a filtering example now. Let's say we want all finished milestones with executed in description except those by contractor ABC. We will select all finished milestones with an add, reduce that set to those descriptions containing executed with an int for intersection, and finally remove those that have ABC in the description with a remove. As you can see in the indicators, our filter set now contains 5 tasks. We can run a quick report on these tasks, or we can run an expanded report that also contains their logic. If we want to concentrate on the logic, we can also jump to the Filtered Logic tab and run sorted logic reports on these same tasks. The Filtered Logic report will easily run logic reports on the entire schedule in less time than it takes to describe. Let's do another filter. Suppose we want to provide a particular project manager with the logic for all her tasks so she can validate them and feel confident about how they connect to the larger schedule. First, we load the responsibility code. Then we go to the Filter Tasks tab and select tasks assigned to her. Now we jump to the Filtered Logic tab, run the report, and email it to her. Let's take a look at the Browse Tasks tab. The up and down keys enable you to traverse the list. Filter tasks are indicated with a double arrow. If you're interested in the filtered set to the exclusion of all else, hit the Filtered button. Double-clicking on any task directly brings up its information in the data panel, where all task information is shown in one place. What a concept. Let's switch back to the All mode. Activity information is color-coded to indicate status and departure from the baseline. Large iconic text conveys criticality and task type for those managers that always confuse tasks and milestones. If a baseline has been loaded, we can see our variances. If you're in an OAC meeting and the project director asks, "What about that asbestos dust mitigation plan permit? Did we get it?" Use the Filter Assist and double-click the task. Yes, sir, we got it on August 16th. Logic can be easily traced by double-clicking the pred or successor windows. Let's start with our milestone. Then we reset the tracer and begin tracing the logic backward. Notice how we can use the arrow buttons to retraverse our path. We want to share this path logic, so we just print the trace report. As you can see, VU renders the standard "let me get back to you on that" answer obsolete. Scheduling meetings will become great again. Now that you've seen a sample of what VU can do, download a demo and play with it. Thank you.